Just double check our audio, see if it's all good first. Alrighty then. Hello, buddy, and welcome to BRL Season 15, the finale here at Round 10 in Austria. As you can maybe tell by the thumbnail, or if you are in the Discord server, we have got a four-way title fight on our hands here. Blackbone in the McLaren on 175 points, Bluebird P2 in the Ferrari on 167 points, Pablos in P3 on 154 points, and Thomas in P4 down 152 points. I don't know if I said P4 for Pablos, it's P3 for him. But yeah, all of these guys are in a mathematical shot of winning the title. Bluebird, obviously, the closest challenger to Blackbone, who actually, I believe, has led it since the start, or if not, at the very least, since round two. But yeah, he's done an incredible job so far this whole season. Hasn't finished P3, interestingly, and has only qualified on pole once, which is a very interesting stat. But yeah, one win and three P2s across his campaign overall. I will try and explain a bunch of stuff that's happened before this, but at the same time, I'm trying to invite people, make sure the deadlines are all okay. But yeah, basically, we had a lot of penalties last time out. Yeah, pretty much. Alex, unfortunately, he got 20 seconds worth of penalties by the end of things. Jagged Moth got a 5 second penalty. CJ Drama got a 5 second penalty as well. DKit, no, that actually wasn't there, sorry. Yeah, Pavel says he did not get his 3 seconds removed by the end of the race. And Bluebird did. And also, Blackburn got a 10 second penalty after all things were said and done. So that meant that we had that four-way title fight that I just described to you all. Meanwhile, though, in the constructors, I would think, well, multiple people can technically win it. Multiple teams definitely can. But I think the main fight here is McLaren versus Red Bull. I will never forget that. Well, you know what? You've got a chance here. You've got a chance to redeem yourself, mate. But yeah, anyway, hello, Exotic. Hello, Cookie. Hello, everybody. But yeah, basically, McLaren lead Red Bull by just 4 points now. With DKit's bounty getting taken away from him, actually. He definitely did at the time have 5 second penalty, but then he appealed it, and it has become only 4 points. But yeah, I think realistically, just be between McLaren and Red Bull. Sorry. Oh, that's oh, that's brilliant. Thank God he liked it. Right, sorry. Right, Red Devil will not be able to make it. So actually, I think we only have 18 people, I believe. I don't know who else actually missing in a minute. Sure. So we got Blackburn and, well, G Benny, who's now under a completely different name. Blueburn and Whizburn. I'll cover that lineup in a second. Pablos Dekits. No Grimo at the second. And no Alex. Those are two people that were missing. We'll double check if they're online or not. Where is Grimo? There is Grimo. We'll see if he can join now. And then I believe Alex will be somewhere further down here. If not, then I don't know where he will be. If anyone else wants to invite him in, then please do. Do we got everyone else in here? Is Wolfie in here, for example? I don't know, actually. Where's Wolfie in? He's in a hat. So Wolfie actually is not in either. So there's quite a few people who aren't in at the second, but yeah, people are able to cover for that, or if anyone's hearing it and just needs to invite someone, then yeah, please do right now. Thank you. Actually, my counting was wrong. Unless some people checked in quite late. Um, one, two, hold on, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No, it's meant to be 90 people. So actually, it's Wolfie, Grimo, and Alex. There we go. Right. So we'll just be waiting on those three. I've given an invite to Wolfie and Grimo. Haven't seen Alex online, so if anyone's able to help me out with that one, then please do. I'd assume that's him. Yes, it is. There we go. He's got his invite, I guess, but I'm not reading that one. It's just going to be called Alex in this one. But yeah, pretty much. I'll explain the reserve situation here. So, what we've got at the minute is Wisburn and soon-to-be Wolfie in the Haas for this this race. Sorry. What is going to happen with Wisburn and Wolfie here is both of them will be starting for the back. Alex himself will be starting for the back too. Accumulated 4 penalty points for this race and subsequently receives a qualifying ban. But yeah, Wisburn, Wolfie, both of those two will be qualifying in last. And with the complaints we were hearing a couple of races ago, especially, basically what happened is that we had to try and take out some of the faster reserves in these races. We have allowed Wisburn and Wolfie in for this race, but under some very certain circumstances, we've done our absolute best to make sure that everything is all okay. So all the drivers that are currently fighting for the title. Basically, we put in some rules to try and make these guys fight the guys are actually inside the title fight as minimally as possible. So if that's able to happen, brilliant. If not, I don't really know how else to really do that. So yeah, anyway, we'll get Grimo in hopefully soon. Bluebird spamming that ready up button. I remember we used to like this basically a Macarena, not Macarena, in terms of like a Macarena. What am I saying? Oh my god, I've forgotten the name. Like a you do the crowd, you wave your arms up. Mexican wave. There we go. God, it's a bloody Macarena. God. Just see Grimo in now. Just make sure he's all okay. But yeah, good turnout, in all fairness, for this final race of the season. It's been a bit of a struggle for attendance sometimes. Quite a few of these guys are actually reserves too. But yeah, it's been great to sort of see this happen. And a couple of drivers suffering for connection, but I think most are okay here. Just need Grimo in. No, he might just joined. Is Grimo in? Grimo is in, then everybody. We will be readying up right now then, because Grimo has chose his car. Yeah, so make sure they all know. Hold on a second. Right then, here we go then. We're going to get down to business. Obviously, we do not know the weather here. We will technically know the qualifying weather first. For some reason, like the host or I guess a spectator, I think they load in like a little bit before everybody else does. I think like when people are selecting all their like tyre stuff, like what tyres I want to bring, I'd assume actually for that, by the way, most people are going to be picking the harder tyre allocation. The tyre wear is pretty high here, and I think people prefer 2 sets of hards and 1 medium compared to 2 medium and 1 hard. But yeah, obviously we might know what the weather is before everybody else. As somebody else got to know, Wisburn and Wolfie will not be receiving any points. So in the way this will happen, if they got fast slap, for example, they won't be receiving the fast slap points. That will go to the person who's the next fastest slap. And obviously the points they score will not matter, and then everybody else will be moved above 1 as if they were not there. That is the whole reason why we've done this. And right now, it looks all dry out there. I don't know if anyone is going to be potentially panicking about some rain in the race, but right now it looks to be all dry. I don't think there will be anything else to stuff. Yeah, if you're doing that, let's get you set up on. That's fine. For your qualifying ban, or for any of these guys, in fact, no matter Wolfie and Wiswell as well. If they want to do it, they can do. I'm just going to actually make sure I reload Racing League tools here because I don't think that's fully done right. But let's just make sure if that loads, and we'll be able to tell. Johnny Viper say, can I would say, yeah, actually, sorry, this is something I completely forgot to mention. Johnny Viper finally got F125 and is with us today. It's his first race. Well, I mean, since late F124 at least. So I don't know how well or badly he's been doing. Oh my lord, what is that? Oh no, we're okay. Oh my god, that scared me. Right, okay, here we go. Johnny Viper. We're just going to actually go for everybody here. Johnny Viper, the first race for him, but obviously still quite an important one. It's the first one he's ever done on this game, at least with us. Pavlos, obviously one of our championship contenders. He's going to need a bit of a miracle in this race to go and win. I think if he got pole, the win, and fastest lap, he'd need Blackbone to be, what, I believe, like what, P9 or lower, I think, or P10 or lower. So, yeah, bit of a miracle for him. If he's able to do it, then fair play to him. And the same with Thomas. I think Blackbone seems to be one spot lower than that. As Thomas is 2 points behind Pavlos there too. The one thing I'm looking at here is very laggy cars going to the pit lane. If this is my own internet, then I do apologise, and I don't know if we can reset lobby from this, but yeah, we have had a few bits of dodgy internet recently. Anyway, though, we're going to keep going with all the people here. D-Kits has actually had a great season, in all fairness. He's up in P7 in the Drivers' Championship after his penalty got removed last race. And yeah, he's fighting for the Constructors, actually. In fact, with Pavlos, his teammate, doing that too. I think this Red Bull side will just about topple the McLaren side, who's been leading, I think, since round one. Blackbone did have a sort of period when it wasn't really much of a teammate for him, but since then he's had G-Benny. G-Benny's been a bit all over the place, but he's had occasional good results. And yeah, if he ever needs to show up, the time is now to do so. Graham, someone who isn't really doing too much. Oh my god, as soon as I say G-Benny's turn up, he retires. Where does he retire? I think he's just retired in the pit lane, so maybe he's just starting from the back here. But yeah, anyway. Oh, I know he's got a qualifying ban as well. Good God, G-Benny also. Oh, Jesus, thank you, G-Benny, for actually remembering that one, because I did not. You could have got away with that one. But yeah, anyway. Blackburn, obviously, we know what he needs to do. Just get at least semi-high up on the field here. As long as he can do that, then he should be all good in this race, and pretty much all good for the title. I think he could, as long as he finishes P3, no matter what else happens, he wins the title. That's it. He could finish P4, and if Bluebird took the pole, the win, and the fastest lap, then yeah, Bluebird will win it on count back by number of wins. But yeah, that is quite unlikely. Oh, Hazard leaves a session there. Oh no, actually, I'll admit, Hazard's not even driving. Maybe he's sort of a bit spectate. I don't know if he wants in again or not. If you just let me know, Hazard, in the chat, if you want to go back in, I don't know. But yeah, another thing to actually expect here as well, traffic, and a lot of it. We're already trying to see this sort of thing here, as we're obviously seeing people come out. Oh, there's a small one there, and CJ Shot, I think both of them weren't really too sure who was on what. But yeah, sorry, as the laps start coming in, we're going to also keep going with some of these people that were currently out here. Aiden reserving here for the first time, I think since round one, if I'm not mistaken. Our head set up at P2. He was actually knocked out of the championship fight last race, unfortunately. So it was actually a 5-way title fight until last race in Australia, where he unfortunately had a very bad race. And now I think he's 31 points back. So no matter what, he cannot go quickly this race. Wolfie, I believe, obviously said he was suffering back, so I believe what he'll do is he'll do what he normally does here with the reserve role. He'll basically just set his lap, see whereabouts he goes, and then, yeah. Can I quali lap? You can, but you'll need to retire the car on lap 1, Hazard. So, join the car, but yeah, obviously you won't get any points, you won't, you know, it won't really do anything else. So make sure you retire at the end of lap 1 for me, please. But yeah, meanwhile, sorry, Pavlos suddenly looked like a bit of a favourite pole immediately. Yeah, 1037, one of the only two people in the 103s, and the other one is Wolfie, who we know is, well, bloody fast, we'll put it that way. Pretty much only second to Rose in terms of pace, mostly. Thomas there as well, someone I haven't really talked about. Also said his name briefly, talk about the driver's standings, but yeah, he's going to need a miracle to win this one too. I think he's just more happy with that one. You see my DM? Yes, I did. It was. Why did you respond to that, man? I don't get it. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, Exotic Sword, someone else who also hasn't. Well, actually, no, sorry, also he hasn't reserved for a while. No, he did reserve for a while. He literally reserved last race and won the race. So, yeah, there you go. It's actually his first podium, let alone win. So, Exotic Swords doing brilliantly so far, but yeah, 1050, not really cutting it in terms of qualifying times right now. Kodoi as well, someone who hasn't really had a great season, I want to see, but you know what? He's still going to try his best out there. At the minute, he's mid-table, as Blackman across the line there, just about in the 1 minute freeze, and we mean just about there, 1,000th of a second, as Kodoi comes around the final couple of corners. Now, does he improve on his time? He does not. Yeah, people, as I was saying, Jagged Moth, yeah, decent race for last time, did score points, was a bit off the pace in fairness, but right now looks to be making a bit of a match here between, well, realistically, he's in P13 right now. I think he definitely could do something good. CA Drama 2, someone who unfortunately got hit with a penalty post-race after Australia, but we know he's been quite quick across the season. Someone else actually went high up the grid there. Who was that? I don't know. It was someone who went high up the grid then. I think it was Grimo. I believe it was Grimo. He's up to P13. Someone else who also hasn't really had the best of seasons, but obviously he's going to be trying as much as he can to still make it a good last run here. DK across the line, he goes P8. A little bit of a gulp between him and Aiden at the minute, but he's not too bad. Has there in a Mercedes, which actually looks really odd, but whatever he's doing, we'll still see him do a qualifying lap in a minute. Anything else really going on? Not at the minute. Unless Codoy's doing another lap here. No, I don't believe he is. Oh, he definitely is not anymore, with half his front wing off. But yeah, Grimbus has finished his. CEO Drama is on the invalid one. Housen apparently with a purple first sector. I don't know how true that one is. He's the only person on a lap at the minute, so we'll keep an eye on him. Obviously, we'll not be racing fully here, but it's just sort of one is going qualified. It's happened a couple of times this season, but yeah, good to know he's sort of feeling somewhat involved in this league here. You see him bouncing all these cars, which is actually quite interesting. I mean, a lot of people have actually been saying about how bumpy the track is, and I can definitely see it on the off-boards now. Like, looking how bumpy this track is yeah, quite insane. He saw another big bump through turn 9. Looks to be pretty decent around the final couple of corners here. The cross line has will go where will he put his car P13. Nothing too bad there. Johnny Viper, I think, saying bye. Up things going on a minute. Our head's 700s down. Let's see where the small one is. Currently on this lap, also seeing a Alpine go miles wide. The small one 3.5 tenths up, but he's got an Alpine in the way here. I think it's that Kodoi. If that's Kodoi in a lap, oh no, he's going to let him by now. The small one maybe disrupted a tiny bit by Dirty Air, but whatever it is, he's done a very good middle sector no matter what happens. On the rest of the lap, it's very close. The track limits. Where will this go for this small one across the line? Just away from the front row. From the front row? Yeah, from the front row. But obviously, Wolfie will be retiring at the end of this one. He's just going to see how his qualifying pace stacks up between everyone. Henson in the pit lane. He's around 8 his lap. 8 and a couple hundreds down. Exotic Swords. Let's see where he's going to try and go after this first sector. He's 900s up and with a purple first sector. So we'll see where he goes. Shorty Viper on an invalid lap. Hazard, obviously, we just watched him. Grimo across the line. His teammate in a minute goes just behind him. Jagging him off a couple hundreds up. CA Jarama, well, 6.5 seconds up, but he did just dip a wheel in the gravel there. I don't believe that'll be a very representative time. Let's see who else coming round now. Aiden, a 10.5 up. So he has actually made a bit more in that middle sector than he probably would have thought, to be honest, especially being that much down. And Exotic Swords nearly 4 tenths up too. Aiden across the line now. Where is he going to put his car? Is he going to put it top 5? No, stays in P9. It's very close between everyone there, but Exotic Swords surely should be closing up now to his teammate Aiden. Could it be a Williams 9.10 a minute, or will it be a Williams 8.9? No, actually, wow, sorry. Exotic Swords a big improvement in that final few corners, and he goes up into P6. Bit of a gulf between himself and Bluebird out in front, But yeah, meanwhile, Wolfie in 10th up. I can't tell how much Pavlov is up, but Wolfie definitely 1/10. And Wolfie now, look at that, nearly half a second up. Very interesting to see here. Almost 800 up. If he can find that sort of speed, 10.5 up, it's all right. Remember, you've got to realistically not worry about Wolfie here. Come across the line now, he does go though. 103.2, that is an incredible lap. As meanwhile, Pablos there coming into the pit lane. I had to say he's running out for the third sector in terms of ERS. You shouldn't use too much across the start-finish line to start your lap. Then out of turn 1, dump all the battery that you can, put it back to medium for the last little bit. Turn 3, exit that corner, you'll be able to be completely fine on just, putting it to overtake once again. Will be disqualified from the session. I think he thinks that's it. That's his lap done. Oh, he's going to be careful of cars coming through, though. Obviously, cars still on their laps. Solly Viper, luckily for him, just did his lap. I think Bluebird maybe... I think Bluebird might have had to give way there, because he's now going again on an... it's not an out lap, so yeah, he actually might have had to back out that one. Wolfie couldn't really do much about it, but yeah, there you go. But yeah, anyway, if you go down towards 4, still easily battery. Turn 4 here, put it to none. Then use a little bit of battery out of this corner. You'll probably have about 30% left by this point. None through this next corner. Not this corner, sorry, this left-hander. Put it back onto medium on the exit, and then exactly the same sort of thing again. None through this corner, back onto medium, and then overtake once you feel like the car's fully stabilised. You should have about 10% battery going towards these final couple of corners. Dump it all in that final exit, and you should be all okay there for your lap time. Meanwhile, though, Blackbone a couple hundreds up. This is the interesting thing to note now. Where will Blackbone go in this lap? Let's see. A 10th up at the minute. He's got the small one right ahead. Blackbone looks to be pretty hooked up here through that middle and final sector. The small one, we've obviously know, has got very good qualifying pace. Occasionally very good race pace too. We did see it somewhat. Oh, I think he got a bit too wide there. This out buried into the pit lane. But yeah, meanwhile, Bluebird 600s up on his time. People are a bit confused about what rings he was running at first, but I think now he's actually changed it to something else. But right now, still 600s up in the first sector. That would tell you he's still running at least somewhat low wings. And yeah, here we go. Looks to be all okay so far. Got not much battery left, but yeah, about sort of what I was expecting here. You'd be about 30% coming out this section of the corners, and then you can just basically dump the rest of it in this final bit. Bluebird, though, with a purple middle as well, so maybe this could be a lap that could take him to the top of the field, as long as he can make this final couple of corners last on the track at least. Oh, it's quite bad there. Medium hot lap in sector 2, definitely needed. You do not use hot lap under any circumstance in this game. Bluebird to the line, though, he just misses out on that pole point for the minute. Yeah, definitely don't use hot lap in this game, though. Hot lap in this game is very, very bad. Just use none, medium, overtake. Those are the only 3 ones you should be using. Oh, Deaky there gets quite leery. He's on a lap at the minute, but I don't believe he's going to improve on this one. I think he'll go into the pit lane. No, he's going to continue on. He might find a bit more time. He's on a couple of seconds. You can see the rear stepping out massively there, but across the line he will go. This is an improvement? Just about not. Has actually meanwhile improved up to P11. Johnny Viper just behind him. So you get drama as well, I think, was on a lap, but I think it's invalidated at turn 1. I think Wizman here is going to maybe do a lap, see how he goes, and then invalidate his... not invalidate, sorry, then disqualify himself too. Yeah, not really too surprised what them boys are doing there, Wizman and Wolfie. Obviously, Alex had a qualifying ban, so did G. Benny. So realistically, it's only a 16-car qualifying, but yeah, we got, well, realistically, it's only a 19-car race as well. There's a hazard, obviously, not be here for this one. Deacon looks to be not really finishing up a lap there at all. I think he's going to go back into the pit lane. It's realistically only Wizman that we got. Like, out of that 15-8 first sector doesn't seem too bad to me. Let's see how else he's going to go on in this race. Obviously, he's not going to score points. Same with Wolfie there, but remember, oh, he's half lost it. Oh my god. I mean, I think he's still going to go for it anyway. That looked like he was going to go straight into the wall there, but he's going to keep going for now. This, yeah, definitely not purple sector, that one. But he has some real strong first sector to build off of. Let's see whereabouts he could go with this lap, and I think he'll come into the pit lane. This might just be him just sort of doing that seeing lap, scouting how the track's going to be. This might be a retirement for him after all is said and done. Meanwhile, CJ Drama, I think there was a 10th down there. Johnny Viper looks like over 2 out laps. Interesting stuff. Obviously, you start these laps with you come out the pit lane anyway. Sorry, with I believe 3.5 laps of fuel, and some people decide to occasionally in races where it's like that, just go and basically tweak the fuel just that little bit further down by doing an extra out lap, and I don't blame them. But like I said earlier, well, I believe I said this earlier. I hope I did. But yeah, like I said earlier, it is the very bad move of constantly staying out on these tyres because they are very worn after some out laps here. Oh, actually, to be fair, I think 1 lap and you're about 9 or 10% already. So, yeah, it all depends. But meanwhile, I think CJ and the small one, are these two working together? Maybe not. I think both matches could be on their individual push laps. Yes, they are. So the small one maybe indirectly helping his teammate out here by giving a bit of a... Well, I think it's a bit too far away from a toe, but he's still going to try it. Meanwhile, a 10.5 up for the small one there. Interesting to see that, because we've not really seen that sort of run out the first sector from anyone. It sounds like the amount they've been gaining out of that first sector. We've seen about 900s, but 10.5 is a big amount. So let's see where the bounce small one can go. Very much riding on the curve there, but he's using all the track to his advantage and potentially a pole position lap. This will be his only one unless he's got more fuel on board. Still a 10.5 up, not an improvement though on his own time in that middle sector. Looked to be pretty good though through turn 8 there. And let's see now is... Oh no, I've clicked the wrong button. Oh no, he's all okay though. He's definitely not invalidated turn 9. Is he going to invalidate turn 10? No, looks all smooth. Across the line, the small one will go. Just misses out on pole as well. I think the small one there just maybe was a little bit too cautious. Oh, yellow flags me. Was that CJ Drama? Yes, it is. Maybe he's a span there. I don't know. Whatever it is, though, who else is coming on laps? Aiden coming on a lap. The small one might have the chance to go again. I don't know. If he's got the chance to go again, then obviously it'll be on used tyres. I've said they wear quite often. His fuel light's not on, in all fairness, too. We could be seeing him doing one more lap in this session here. Let's see what Aiden is currently 10.5 up as well. 10 bit, sorry. Exotic Swords just a slight bit down. The kit behind him, where's he? A couple hundreds up. Aiden still going right now. Johnny Viper, 2.5 down. I think that'll be his qualifying over as he's got no fuel left in that car. Not enough for one more lap. Wisburn doing a lap 2. He's getting a nice little toe here off the back of Graham, but he's unfortunately as well, I think, Graham, on a lap 2. So I don't think Wisburn here is going to get a very representative lap in as Graham actually on an invalid lap. So maybe he's just doing this for his own pleasure here. But Pavlos, a couple hundreds up. Both of these guys are on their laps here. Bluebird improving too. The Sword backs out. He's not going to improve anymore. Let's see this. Aiden, he's going to come across the line in a second. Is he going to improve on his lap? Let's have a look now. Across the line. Is he going to the freeze? He does not. Let's see where Pavlos goes though. Couple hundreds up. Can he improve? He can't improve. It's all now down to Bluebird and Blackbone once they start their laps. Let's look on board with Bluebird for a minute. As D-Kit goes into P8. Wisburn there goes to P7. Hudson's qualified himself somewhere, so he might park elsewhere. Bluebird, though, a 10th up. Let's see where you can go now, as we're seeing Aston Martin, I think, starting their final lap there. Let's see it. Bluebird, round the final couple of corners. He needs these points if he wants to get Blackburn in this championship. That will look very committed for the final couple of corners. Bluebird to the line. It's going to be provisional pole by about 900ths of a second. Blackbone has to respond, but I cannot tell what his best lap is so far. Hits across the line. He's only P10. There's Aston Martin stop there. I think it's not Graham. That is Thomas says. No, Thomas, couple sets up. He's not going to be able to improve on this lap anymore. Has across the line soon. No, it's not. Actually, it'd be Grimmer across the line. He's invalidated. Wisburn obviously disqualified. Hasn't come across the line soon enough. Aiden 2. Kodo, I think, is going to come across the line as well. No, it's not. Who's coming across the line anymore? I don't even know. Is it going to be Pavlos? No, he's in the pit lane. Blackbone now has got one more chance to take some pole points away from Bluebird. Across the line he goes. We said he's not had a pole position yet, and it's going to stay that way for the season here. It's Bluebird on pole for the final race of the season. Pavlos lines up alongside of Blackbone in P3 after all of that. So right now, if these are the results, and let's say Bluebird got fastest lap as well, that's Blackbone with the title won. However, the small one potentially could get ahead of Blackbone, and then Bluebird gets fastest lap. Yeah, that could be it. But Bluebird must be very, very, very happy with himself there. The small one, let's see what his laps was. Yeah, because he actually had a very bad final sector, all things considered. Blackman said he didn't have a good one either. But yeah, there's only really 2 representative laps for him there. Look at all this, though. Bluebird pulled out all the stops in terms of his sector times on that last lap. Pablo supported to him, lost too much that final sector. That could have been his, that pole position there. But I think, I've been close between him. Bluebird first, Blackburn fourth. I'm assuming Bluebird first, Blackburn fourth, who wins, I believe. If Bluebird takes the... Oh, wait, no. If Bluebird takes P1 and Blackburn finishes P4, that is Bluebird that wins the title on countback, that is. Sorry, I honestly thought you need another one from that one. But, yeah, anyway, though, Bluebird on pole position. He's got that 1 pole position point regardless of what happens now. He is now only 7 points back. If Bluebird finishes first, Blackburn finishes fourth, that's it. The title goes to the Ferrari. Meanwhile, though, Pablos on the front row, sort of stellar qualifying from him, and we definitely could see more of that in the race. Blackburn in P3, trying to keep it consistent here, and the small one is right behind him in P4. Aiden and Exotic, 5 and 6 for the Williams. Thomas in P7, Deke at P8, Hens P9, and Kodoy in our top 10. Hauser P11, Johnny Viper P12, CD Drama P13, Gruer P14, Esgraham P15, Jagamov P16, Alex P17, G Benny P18, Wolfie P19, and Wisburn last. I don't know what that said. I think that said, can you break down the top 4 sector threes? What place Blackburn needs at least? Blackbone for absolute minimum. Actually, no, wait. Blackbone, just to win the title outright, don't need any worries. Blackbone needs P3. No matter what, like whatever happens in that race then, Blackbone needs P3. That's it. He then wins the title. If he gets P4, if Bluebird wins this race and Blackburn is in P4 without a fastest lap, that's Bluebirds. Blackburn could still win for P4 and fastest lap, but yeah, if it's just a plain win for Bluebird and the plain P4 for Blackbone, I believe Bluebird wins that because it's 25 points to 18, and obviously the 1 extra point for pole position, and then Bluebird would have 3 wins there to Blackbone's 1. So yeah, pressure's on for everybody here, and obviously now let's try and have a quick look if we've got any sort of section here for the hards and the mediums. Yes, interestingly enough. Yeah. Bluebird P1 there on the medium tires. Top 3, in fact, on the mediums. Small one there on the softs. Interesting strategy call because, obviously, like I said, you want the mediums on, but if he's going to go for a quick start, he might as well try. Bluebird on pole, Pavlos on side for the final race of season 15. It's lights out underway, and Bluebird looks to got a pretty good start there. Pavlos is slightly on the inside, but will he duck in towards so on? Yes, he will. And there's literally 4 wide behind. There's V come alongside, I think that's Johnny Viper there. Has actually had a good start. Yellow flags and further in the back of the field, and we're now seeing Pavlos here. Can he make a move on Bluebird? No, Bluebird defends for now. There's also Williams there in the back there of Aiden Exotic. The pair of them and Thomas all collide there now, but Bluebird's now got the run down towards turn 4. Can he defend in this first lap? He's very unlikely to break DRS, all things considered, but he is able to defend this spot into turn 4. Let's see, any moves down the side here. Henson and Kodoy have a little bit of a tag there. Henson also loses the rear, but I think that's not going to be too much going on. Grimo and Wolfie here fighting him in. Wolfie trying to go around the outside potentially. Yellow flag, so back, I think that's jagging Moth. Wolfie trying to go around the outside on the Mercedes here, going to fight it along through here still, and I think Wolfie's just going to get it. Yes, he does, but that is now going to invite Wisburn here through, and he's absolutely going to take that one there, and he's going to take Grimo too across towards turn 9. He's going to be very careful, and he is very careful. Lovely stuff, and realistically, not a crazy amount of crashes on this first lap. It's exactly what we want to see through this whole race, and I hope it stays this way. Meanwhile, though, Bluebird looking pretty good so far. Pablos not having the greatest exit out of turn 1. Blackburn now, could he capitalise on this and put a car between himself and the position he has to be in? Let's have a look now. Bluebird, a little bit of a lock up there. Blackburn running outside. Can't make anything work at the minute. He's got now to run down towards turn 4. The small one on them soft tyres already struggling. I told you that the tyres in here are going to struggle. Pablos fakes a move down the inside. Bluebird definitely tried to leave in some space there, but now Pablos there actually lost out a tiny bit The small one's still sticking with him, but once again, I think he's one of the only guys on the soft tyres and hasn't really made it work. Hasn't actually, he's on the soft tyres, but look at that. He's already out of DRS here of the guy ahead in Thomas, and Aiden as well is also struggling. He's got wing damage. Aiden will wing damage in this race. He's going to pit in. I think he's going to try to. Yes, he does. Oh, yellow flags. Pavlos a span. Oh, my goodness me. I don't know what happened. A couple guys already in the pit lane. It's a small one. Oh, no, the small one and Pavlos. I think both of them have crashed. I don't know what happened. Whatever's happened, though, all of a sudden, Blackbird and Bluebird are now fighting for the win. What just happened there? I've got no idea. We've also got Alex in the pit lane. I don't know what's happened. Blackbird's getting closer to the back of Bluebird now. It's all about these two. Blackbird goes a bit deep, but I don't know what just happened. I think there's going to be I think it was genuinely like a massive crash in that bit there. Oh, no, meanwhile, Whizbird as well. Oh, there's chaos in turn 3, and look at that, we've got cars everywhere now. All of a sudden, we've now got CJ Drama leading it here, but Deekit now going to the outside. He's going to break miles late. Can he get it stopped? He just can't. No, he's off the track. Oh, and he spun. That's very bad. Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness me. Right, Vert safety car, this should be the best time for some of these people to get off their soft tyres. If the small one had this one lap beforehand, that would be great for him. But, yeah, Aiden, Alex, and Pablos as well. Obviously, just a regular spin there. I don't think he'll get wing damage for that, but maybe will any of these guys ahead pit? No, they won't. Well, Hazard, I'd assume he will. Off them soft tyres? No. He decides to stay out. I would have definitely thought that a potential pit stop be on the cards. CJ Job, I don't thinking what I'm thinking, and he's going to come into the pit lane too. Someone who actually is very much impressed me, Johnny Viper up 5, I think this is. Oh, no, you got hold of it. DRS enabled immediately. That's already Wolfie passed him. No, never mind, actually, sorry. Johnny Viper gets back through, because I think Wolfie just signed up one slightly wrong. But yeah, Wolfie already up 12, now 13 places. And there's the Alpine Kodoy trying his best to go a little bit further up in this race. He's not able to do anything else yet. Johnny Viper all gets the braking wrong, completely wrong, in fact. He's well off the track there. He's definitely got a free penalty for that one. But yeah, meanwhile, top 2 still remains our top 2 of the championship. It's the other way round. But right now, it's still with Blackbone who's going to currently lead and win this championship right now. Are people who have really struggled. Obviously, Grimo, I think, also got damage at some point. Small and Pablos, they're fighting now very far down this field. They've got CJ Drama, Small's teammate, right in front. But they've also got Alex here and Aiden and Wisburn. So a load of people are suddenly involved in crashes, and I don't even know what happened. Like, in the slightest. I've got no idea. But Thomas in the pit lane got grass on his tyres as well. I don't know if he's got any damage on the Aston Martin, or this might just be his idea of the strategy, which makes sense. Obviously, we've let you know that the tyres here will be quite sensitive. He's onto a set of hards. No wing change, but we've got Blackbone and Bluebird, a pair of these two. Ahead again, Bluebird with a lock up there. And I think he's got decent batteries, to be fair to him, and he's got quite low wings on that car. Not really seeing him gain too much for wings considers. Meanwhile, Hazard and Jolly Viper, those two are fighting. Jolly Viper running outside, can't hold on the hard tyres. Hazard gets through on the set of softs. Jolly Viper, though, can maybe find some sort of move down towards here. I think he might just back out of that one now, though. Yeah, he does. Oh, he's too late on the brakes again. I don't think he's got damage on that car. I mean, like damage you can't see. But whatever it is, he's really struggling with the brakes a minute. Meanwhile, there's even more contact. Drag him off. Span round. I don't know if that was actually contact or not. But whatever it was, he's now down to P18. And we've now got Aiden and Alex side by side in a pair of really rubbing tyres. But I think Alex just to get our move done now. Yes, he does. Up into P13. He's got Whisper Company now. With Johnny Viper, Hazard got Hazard. Hazard is just going to peel into the pits now. I thought Hazard would be doing qualifying here, but he might be doing a bit more than that. Yellow flags out there. I think it's dragging him off again. But pretty crazy race so far. Hazard, there you go. Yeah, retires for session now. That is him done in this race. I think he only wanted that soft stint just for a bit, just to see what he could do out here. And meanwhile, our heads to the G Betty, both these two are fighting. I think our heads trying to get a move done on him, and naturally backs out there, G Benny, after all of that. He's an electric start. And on the hard tyres, I've got to give it to G Benny here. He's had a very good start. But, right now, I think this might be a bit anticlimactic in the championship. Unless on a safety car. I'm not really sure what else you can really say. Oh my god, sorry. I'm not really sure what else you can say at the minute. I mean, right now, he's not exhausted. He's on the hard tyres. That's the one thing you can say. But remember, Wolfie's not scoring points either in this race. So it does not matter what Wolfie does. He's not going to be there. We're going to act like he just basically is not in the race. That's how we're going to do this at the minute. So it doesn't matter what pace he comes up with, doesn't matter what he does. Yeah, he is not going to score any points. And even if Exotic cleared the pair of these two, let's say, then yeah, Blackburn's still P3. Blackburn will still win this title. And to be honest, I don't know what happened at those final couple of corners when they did make contact, or at least when everyone else was making contact there. Bluebird again with a lock up into that turn. He's not liking it at all, but he does like the straight line speed this setup is giving him. He's getting a lot of straight line speed down these corners. Meanwhile, Henson and Johnny Viper, these two are going to fight again. Johnny Viper late on the brakes, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold this one around the outside. Yeah, can't do it once again. He's got DRS at least, but now G Benny's on the back of him. Can Johnny Viper defend that one? I don't know. And to be fair, actually, Johnny Viper is run a pretty damn good race. I mean, he's obviously had a few issues, as now it's G Benny the one to go a bit too deep there. There's Pablos as well, side by side with Aiden. Alex as well, currently fighting with Wisburn. Not really so much what's happening down this field, though. Thomas, obviously with a pit stop as well. This is a genuine strategy that he's trying to do. So he's cut off the mediums as soon as possible. And this is how he's going to try and pay off the pace that you might have on these hard tyres. Could be a thing you can do. Might not be, though. As Johnny Viper goes wide, definitely a bit of a dirty air in that one, too. Honestly, may also be the fact that he just has not got proper experience there. Actually, it's a bit of polystyrene now, I think, flying about. I think that was actually Kodoy, who went quite wide, and now our Henson is in the DRS. Blackbird and Bluebird, both of them are still just sort of in their own little world at the minute on the medium tyres. I think the only thing that could really stop that 1-2 at the minute, obviously a safety car, is actually, sorry, while I say all this, our Henson's picked up damage. I don't know where from or how. I've got no idea. But I swear the last time I was on board with him, he definitely did not have damage. Kodoy defends some into turn 4. I don't know if he realises that Henson has got a bit of wing damage. I think would prefer just to stick behind there. Meanwhile, actually, Wisman is falling further and further down the field. I don't know what's going on, but he's doing his best at the minute. He's side by side with Aiden, and I think Aiden now just slot back in. Did his best. So, Wisman there, back around the outside, though, goes Aiden. Nothing too much else going on at the minute, but now Wisman got a bit wide there. Aiden using all the battery he can to try and clear him. Can he go around the outside? No. Wisman holds his line pretty well there too. Meanwhile, up at the front, he's getting quite close. Blackbird and Bluebird, here we go. Both of them using their ERS, but only one has got that rear wing open, and it's Blackbird coming down now towards turn 3. Bluebird has a half defend there. Another double front lockup for him, and he's going to get held a little bit here, Blackbird. Has he got the exit? Not really. Can he use that battery DRS good effect? I don't think so. Meanwhile, Henson Kodoy, Angie Benny and Johnny Viper are fighting. None of these guys can make a move out in front, at least, at the minute. Kodoy, though, right now has got a chance to grab back at our Henson. Same as Johnny Viper, but he's not got much battery to do so there, Johnny Viper. Kodoy doing his best. Our Henson trying to defend. But yeah, Kodoy now. Oh, it's on the brakes again. I think a lot of these guys are really struggling on the brakes, which is quite interesting. I normally wouldn't expect that to be the case. Meanwhile as well, S. Graham here, doing a pretty good race at P10. Obviously struggling in qualifying, but yeah, not doing too bad right now. Up 5 places, all okay. G. Benny doing a great race. Wolfie obviously doing a great race, but I think that's a bit more expected there than anything else here. But the Hash driver right here can basically start last and still come over to win this race. There's no Rose on the grid, and that is exactly what's going on right now. So, yeah, I think Wolfie's got a good chance of winning this race on track. Obviously, he'll have no points for it. But, yeah, meanwhile, Bluebird is loving the front lock-in into turn 3, although at least here in a minute, oh no, Kodoy's out! Oh no, what's happened to Kodoy? Oh, he's probably dropped on the curb, and that is a wheel off. That is a full safety car. That is great news if you are Blackbird and Bluebird. Both of you can be able to make your stops and come out, most likely, still in the lead. Obviously, Exotic Swords, Wolfie, our Henson, all these guys can also make their stops and still come out in a respectable position. Even the guys with the hard tyres here, they could pit onto another set of hards if they got them. Or they could pit onto a set of mediums so they could try and make them last. But yeah, I think realistically, the medium tyres, all the ones that are running them in a minute anyway, they've hit the absolute jackpot here. They're going to go onto a set of hard tyres, and surely another set of hard tyres will be waiting for them later on in this race. Blue and Blackburn, though, surely now the only problem they might have here is speeding. Hopefully nothing bad's going to happen here. Look, they're taking this so carefully. I'm sure they know that everyone's going to come into the pit lane here. But yeah, there you go. Look, everyone into the pit lane. Let's see what tyres we're going to be seeing. Hard tyres, all expected. Exotic Sword to pit into makes sense. We go to another set of hards, or we'll get the mediums out of the way. He goes to hards as well. Wolfie, will he go to hards? He will as well. Ensign, I assume he'll go to hards. If not, he'll get the mediums out of the way now. You will not be seeing a set of softs across anyone who was pit here if they're going to be serious about trying to do good in this race. Ensign, though, will take this time to pit and repair his front wing. He'll go into a set of mediums, get them out of the way now. Same as Johnny Viper, same as G Benny. So does... no, Graham doesn't actually. And a few people have actually stayed out. Small One and Thomas. Interesting stuff. Yeah, if I was Small One and if I was Thomas, I would take the opportunity to pit. Basically, yeah, right now, because this is a free stop. And it's going to be a two-stop race here. The Small One, realistically... Yeah, so, sorry, the Small One, realistically, should pit in this lap. Thomas could have an argument of staying out here, but yeah, the Small One, that crash is incredible. Did he drop it on the curb on the left, Henson? Because I believe he would have. If that was the case. As well, that's sorry, CA Drama. The Sauber guys in a minute aren't really doing great. Yeah, I think the Sword should hit though. This is the exact same mistake he made in Australia last time out, and if he wants to remedy himself, he's got to pit in now, surely. Is he going to do it? No, he's going to stay out. The 8 lap on mediums is a big stretch. I think the only thing that he's going to be trying to do here is make these mediums last, then do the set of hard tyres to the end. So he will do that stop, but it will be earlier than everybody else. And it could work. I'm very unsure about this, though, because I think if he was going to do this, he'd still come out in a respectable position if he pit on the lap which everyone told him to. And no, as it turns out, yeah, the Small One is in P6 for now, and if he can hold it, fair play to him, but they'll be sketchy tyres, and I think, I mean, God, he'd probably have to take him to lap 17, and by that point you can do a set of hards to the end, but you are pushing it. Like, you are very much pushing those hard tyres to the end. This reason why everybody here is to go for a 2-stop. If the Swan goes for a 1, then, yeah, quite interesting things. Yeah, meanwhile, actually, something I want to note is Exotic Swords. Up in P3, obviously it was on the hard tyres first time round, so he'll be going hard medium for the end of this race. We know that's his strategy. And same with the guys ahead, they'll also be going hard, probably 2 hards, I'd assume, in this race. But, yeah, interesting stuff. Wisman on soft tyres too. I don't think that will last very long, but I think all he's going to try and do now, just blitz the field for the couple of laps he's on them, and then go on to a set of hard tyres. Same thing that Small One's trying to do, but I think he's more trying to survive out there. The Small One, in fact, rather than anything else. Small Tesla County severe collision with Pablos for Alex. Cookie, I've got a question. What is your question there, phonology? Oh, he's got some people in the pit lane. Oh, he's going to send his service Tesla penalty here. Make sure he doesn't speed. He does not. But yeah, that'll be new tyres on as well for Alex. I don't know what he's been doing in this race, but I don't think it'll be much good now. Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'll be back in 1 minute for the safety car. Oh, hold on a minute. Mark just said rain in 10 minutes. Oh, there was none for... Oh, okay. Interesting stuff then. If Mark is saying rain in 10 minutes, that could be rain any time in this race. We do not know. It could be a couple of minutes now, and then we're all of a sudden going to see rain falling down from the skies. I do not know. But, yeah, whatever it is, I think... Let me actually have a quick look. Curry sauce and gravy in these tough times of Blackbone. I say curry sauce. He's not had a... He's had an all-right race so far, but, you know, he still makes sure he survives the rest of this race. As long as he finishes at P2, Blackbone will take the championship win over Bluebird. So that's something to note. If Blackbird does finish P4, minder, then Bluebird will become the champion on count back by number of wins. They'll be equal on points. There we go. Look, Bluebird now really taking it slowly. He's above that 50-mile-an-hour threshold that we always ask for in these races. But I think Bluebird might try and catch out Blackbone here just that little bit. They're basically at the limit here, and everyone is slowing up behind. But Bluebird, when will he decide to go? Blackbird's trying to warp the tyres behind him too. The tyres are getting a bit colder here because they're not really going that fast. I don't know how well they'd be able to warm up these tyres. He's waiting for Bluebird to go now. When will Bluebird go? Will he wait till penultimate corner or will he wait till final? We'll have to wait and see. Blackbird is nearly pushing him round these couple corners. Let's see. When will Bluebird go? He's in second. He's going to drop it at the final corner. He is away, and Blackbird's had an awful restart there. He's already 7 tenths back, and if Exotic goes to a move, he's out of DRS. Let's see. Exotic is turn 1. Tries to become moved to the inside. Blackbird blocks it. He's gone to the outside now, but Exotic there. Bad exit for him as well. Wolfie's now there to capitalise onto that one. Can Exotic defend the Haas driver behind him? I don't know, but Hedson already ahead of Jolly Viper. Wolfie to the inside of Exotic Swords. Can the pair to make it through? They just about can. Wolfie gets traction as well, and he is up into P3 now. Thomas in P5, the Swarm in P6, holding on so far on those lap and lap old mediums. And I think his half-saving grace here is Thomas ahead of him. Thomas will be going particularly quickly either, but all these guys will be coming out the DRS window, the top 3, once again. It's not going to be very good. Meanwhile, Bluebird almost breaking that DRS to Blackbird. This Exotic Swords picks up penalty. That is crucial for this title fight, because if Exotic is going to be the one to challenge Blackbird in the end of things, then he's got a free-second penalty to deal with. Bluebird right now has got a bit of a DRS advantage over Blackbird, so Blackbird will take DRS after all is said and done, especially with that awful restart they did have. But Bluebird now saving that battery. Blackbone hardly left, but he has got, remember, that DRS to contend with us. Meanwhile, Whisper ahead now, Johnny Viper. I think Johnny Viper might try and fight that one back in towards turn 1, but we can't really see that one at the minute. I think he might just back out there, Johnny Viper. I don't know. Whatever it is, though, as Alex picks up penalty. Bluebird ahead still, and G. Benny in back getting past the small one. We're letting you know, remember, all towards the inside. That's a bit rude. And G. Benny's half forced off. Yeah, the small one trying to hold on their medium tyres. If he wants to pit, he's got to do it soon. And meanwhile, Pavlos here could be down the inside of the pair of them. There is G. Benny. Goes a bit too late on the brakes. He has to avoid the small one. And our Henson now doing his best to go a little bit further up on the leaderboard here. I don't think he's going to be able to, but look at the train behind here. Johnny Viper trying his best to go forward. Our Henson on the inside of the small one. The pair of them really respectful there. But now I think our Henson will have to drive on the pressure tyres. Oh, they almost tyre lock completely there into the wall, but the Swan tries to give it a go. I think that's going to be him now into the pit lane, surely, as yes it is. I think this will be him now on them hard tyres at the end of the race, and if that is the case, then yeah, I think that is good for him. He's taking it quite carefully though into the pit lane. Probably wants to make sure he does the speed. Meanwhile, Graham is cleared by Alex in this race. Anyone else potentially making a move? Wolfie out in front here. We've obviously tried to let him know, try not to go too crazy with the title fight obviously going on between these two up ahead. So hopefully he's not able to impact them too much. But yeah, meanwhile, Wolfie is still in P3. Exotic, Thomas in P5, Pavlos in P6. Those two are going for it right now. Thomas holding on them hard tyres. Meanwhile, Whisper and Henson, both of them are going. Yeah, the small one in P17 on the set of hard tyres too. But Pavlos has made his way round Thomas there, and I think Whisper actually made his way round Henson, but obviously he's on soft tyres. He will have to pit very, very soon. Alex as well, past G. Benny, and he's got his teammate now, Johnny Viper, right up ahead. He's going to really sit behind for the moment, and we're looking at it here with a great camera shot. Is he able to try and clear him now towards the outside? Johnny Viper had to try and back out his teammate go through, and he does so. Alex up into P10, but he's obviously got the penalties to contend with too. But meanwhile, yeah, top 4 massively breaking away from the rest of everyone really right now. Pavlos still holding on as the Swarm picks up 3-second penalty. Blackbone now, will he be able to do anything here? Down towards turn 3, nothing just yet. Bluebird with a front lock up once again. We're seeing now Wolfie as well, very close. I don't think he wants to really get involved here, obviously, as we've said that. But now Blackbone, he's closer than ever. So Bluebird really throws the defensive shape. And now Blackbone trying to go around the outside potentially of the Ferrari there, just shown the door by Bluebird there, and he's going to stay in P2. Wolfie trying his best to maybe make something work in this race, but he can't at the minute. And Thomas here, to be fair to him, is still holding on somewhat to Pavlos right now. He's not letting him go in any sort of way at the minute, but obviously, yeah, he will have to box soon off them hard tyres. Some people who will have to box soon as well. These guys out in front. Right now, I believe the hards can start making it to the end to those that are comfortable enough on them. Johnny Vibe picks up a 3-second penalty as well. What's really interesting is the top 3 have been incredible on trying to make warnings, at least of what I've been seeing in a minute. Bluebird's not got much battery to use here, but so does Blackburn. He's not got much battery either. He has got, though, that DRS advantage. Can he fake ascend into this next turn? No, he can't, but he gets right at the back of him there. Even has actually a little touch of his rear, and there you go, Whisper on the inside of Thomas. Thomas has to break late, actually holds it there. Brilliant from Thomas to keep it there on old tyres. But right now, Thomas, I think he'll be pretty much acceptable now to the Ferrari of Wisburn. He's still going defensive here. Wisburn to the outside. Has he got any grip left in those soft tyres? We know that those soft tyres do fade away fast. Wisburn, though, trying to go for it. He's gone really to the inside there, and he's just managed to make the move. Can Thomas find any way through? No, he can't. Our head's behind. Can't do much else either here. In P8 right now, he's not doing too badly in this race. Remember, he's going to go on to those sets of hard tyres in this race if he's got them. But yeah, I think we won't be seeing any pit stops here until around lap 21, lap 22. I'd expect that to be when the pit stops come through. But right now, any of these guys at the top here can pit for another set of hards, and they'll be okay. I mean, other than Exotic Sortie, he's already been on his set of hard tyres, and unless he was to peel the hard tyre again and do a free stop, then yeah, that's not going to be working for him. But meanwhile, he's down the inside of Wolfie then. Oh, I don't know if it was contact at all, but whatever it is, Wolfie and Exotic, both of those two, really going at it here, and Exotic is doing his best to clear the Haas, and right now Wolfie as well is doing his best to stay ahead of that Williams. Wolfie goes a bit deep, but so does Exotic. Yeah, you can definitely tell he's struggling for grip. As meanwhile, Alex is past our heads. He's also got Thomas and Wisma to clear here. Alex obviously got to do another stop in this race. I assume he won't be able to do that. In fact, he's had 3 stops this race already, but he has got that 3-second penalty all we can sit here. Aiden as well, I think he's suspended the pit lane. That's how he's got 13 seconds worth of penalties. Most people here still on the 1 stop though. Habos obviously on a 2 stop after what happened earlier on in this race, and he is slowly catching. The only issue that he's got is he's not got any sort of straight line speed benefit, unlike all of these guys who've got 3 DRS zones. As Whisper now into the pit lane, this should be him onto a set of hard tyres, and that should be him now towards the end of this race. Wolfie looking pretty good on his battery, so does Blackbird, so does Bluebird, all of them around the same levels, but no one really able to make moves right now. There's actually the gap sort of destabilised a bit. Meanwhile, they're just fighting behind there. Alex ahead of Thomas now, and our Hedson on the outside of him. Can he find that way around the outside? He just gets shoved off there, but Thomas is really struggling now on them hard tyres. We can definitely tell from the exit he just had, and we're seeing our Hedson. Can he try and do anything here? And I don't really know if he can. Meanwhile, G. Benny clears Johnny Viper further down the field. Wisma actually has only just come out right where the small one is, so the small one can sort of stick with Wisma here. We can see it both cut through the field here with their final stops. I'd assume the small one will be going to the end now. He's got to be too committed now in this race to do it. But the one thing I want to half point out here is if these guys do come and pit, which they might not actually, in all fairness. Remember, Mark said rain in 10 minutes, and it is becoming a bit more overcast. You can see it. There's a lot less blue sky up on the top of your screens. Will these guys be tempted to go to the rain, or will they pit late on and expect that nothing will happen and the rain is just there to try and scare them? Meanwhile, Bluebird still doing all right so far. Out here at the minute, still in P1. He's doing everything he can right now as meanwhile Wisburn retires from the race in the pit lane. That is why there's the yellow flag in Sector 3. Left session as well. He did say he wouldn't want to impact the championship too much, but there you go. As I was saying, that Swan could get dragged along by Wisburn. Wisburn himself decides, you know what, I am not doing any more in this race. And it's fair enough. So thanks for having me. Brilliant. Thank you, mate. And thank you very much for, I hope, at least of what I've seen. You've not done too much in terms of the championship, in terms of hurting these guys, and that's brilliant to see. You know, that's exactly what we wanted you to do, and you've done that very well. Meanwhile, though, Wolfie, your partner in crime, as a reserve here, he also wants to race. At the moment, he's kind of putting pressure on the pair of the top 2, but he's not really going for moves, so that's the good thing here. If he's not going for moves, that's not too bad. Meanwhile, though, Wisma's car was parked to the side of the track there on the right, but now it's all green flags once again. Blackbone can't make a move so far. Bluebird with another front locker. Oh, Blackbone deep! Blackbone deep there. Is Wolfie going to get past him? I think he is. And yes, he definitely is. Wolfie now has got no choice there but to pass. Yeah, that McLaren, there you go, look, he's not letting back by because we've said to him try not to interfere in that championship fight. It was the whole part of them wanting to race. That's exactly why I think Wispo wanted to retire right now. And I don't blame Wolfie or Blackburn for maybe being quite upset at what has just happened, because now Blackburn has got to push like a madman. Bluebird's trying his best as well to keep ahead of the DRS range. I think Blackburn has got just a bit more battery, so he's able to keep back in that DRS window. It's just that was the first scare I think we've seen for the pair of these guys. But look at the sky. I'm not seeing a single cloud that isn't blue anymore, unless I look all the way over there. Not a single cloud isn't blue, sorry. My goodness me. Oh my god. Sorry, anyway. Meanwhile, though, Alex in the pit lane, Thomas in the pit lane too. I assume these guys put on a set of mediums right now and hope that the rain does not show up till the end of this race. I think Alex should put on a set of hards. Yes, he will. He's got a fresh pair of them. Yeah, he'll go on to them until the end of this race. Thomas has got mediums, no choice. Yellow flags behind, no Grimo's in the wall. Is that going to be anything? I don't know. Trying to get back going again. I think he's all okay. Yellow flags out there again. There's more moves being made. Aiden and our heads, both those two are fighting. G. Benny and CJ Drummer. CJ Drummer get quite close there to the back of G. Benny's car. But meanwhile, Henson has now been passed there by Aiden. Is he hanging it out to the rain? I don't know. Are these guys hanging out to the rain? I don't know either. Like, because I would assume, with the sky how it looks, that rain is going to come down. I mean, what, soon? Next couple laps, I'd expect. But, yeah, meanwhile, actually, oh, sorry. What to say this right now? Oh, there's someone on the grass edge trying to make sure he can try to get past Alex right now, but he's got a lot of wash there. Obviously, a bit of grass on, and with the less fresh tyres on. But meanwhile, further up the field, once again, we got Bluebird and Blackbone here. Bluebird has just got the edge in straight line speed. Every single time I spectate him, he's so close there, Wolfie, to making contact. Oh my goodness me. I thought I was going to be a spinning McLaren, but no, it was not. It was totally just avoided by the Haas of Wolfie there. I mean, that would have had some very big ramifications for this championship, and that one actually went through. But yeah, meanwhile, Bluebird still continues to lead in this race, and I think he has got a bit more straight line speed in that car. Obviously, he said he was going to be a bit, cautious on his wings, said he probably didn't want to run them, but I think maybe when he second guessed it for, oh, never mind, hold on a minute, the rain is here. You can see the rain droplets now. It's too early for Inters at the minute, but surely these guys will start struggling. But here we go. If there's a time to do a DRS pass, it is now, because it will not be available for much longer. The small one already has a set of intermediate tyres. I think that's way too early, at least right now. Yeah, you can see him losing time to our head-to-head who just hit on to a set of mediums. But does this mean that the rain is not going to be heavy enough? Because obviously the radar that we had at the start of this race, it said there was going to remain dry for the rest of this race. So will we see the intermediates actually come into play here, or will we not? Because now all these guys are struggling. As meanwhile, Alex passed S. Graham there. He's up to P10. He's got his teammate now, Jolly Viper, right next to him. That should be a pretty easy slam dunk move here for Jolly, not Jolly Viper, for Alex to make. He's up ahead now, Jolly Viper. And yeah, the rain is coming down, but it's not really coming down much at the minute. And yeah, I mean, right now, the small one still hasn't really gained on the intermediate tyres, and they will start cooking, because there is not enough rain on this track yet to really cool him down. So he's going to try his best to keep going, but right now is not the time to be doing anything here. Bluebird very slow across the final couple of corners there. Wolfie as well with a penalty in this race. Bluebird really struggling with the rain falling down now. It's starting to set a little bit on the visor, but it is still not intermediate conditions yet. As soon as we see the small one start gaining time there on the back of our headset, because remember, those guys are on fresh pairs of their respective tyres. Once the small one starts gaining, that is when we will know it is time for intermediates. He's still having a gap of around 23 seconds at the minute, and it's now 23.3, so he's struggling that little bit more. But you can now see the rain is starting to set just that little bit on the track. So maybe in the next couple of laps, we'll be seeing a set of intermediates being used. It's now getting really slippy out there, and we're seeing people into the pit lane. Look at that. Blackbone, Wolfie, Exotic, all these guys all struggling. Bluebird leading them here, though, however. We're going third gear through some of these corners. He's got to make sure to drop it, though. And now maybe will Bluebird's... maybe Bluebird's lower wing setup here is going to make him just that bit more cautious now in the wet. But surely now this is the time to pit here. Surely all of them do. Wolfie, does he continue on? He does. Wolfie, for another lap, continues on. All three of these guys come in for a set of intermediates, I'm sure of it. They've got to make sure they don't speed, and none of them do. Brilliant job from them. But now we're going to be seeing where Wolfie bounces. We're going to be seeing actually about Johnny Viper as well. We've gone onto a set of medium tyres. So maybe he thinks the rain's not going to be heavy enough, and it might not keep increasing. So right now he's actually kind of matching their times, going that tiny bit quicker too. So maybe Johnny Viper's got a good chance here. Meanwhile, is that a car staying out? No, it actually shaking him off. Who has been lapped in this race. He might be able to unlap himself now. No, just can't there. But yeah, right now, Johnny Viper still doing all right, but there we go. That is the signal. DRS disabled. That means it is time for those green striped tyres. It is intermediate conditions now, and Bluebird here has got a potential chance to break DRS in a minute. Alex is still staying out on the set of hard tyres, and Pablos will be right on the back of him soon, I'm sure of it. And Wolfie there as well. He's losing acres of time. He's stayed out one lap too long. That's already his second loss there, nearly 2 seconds now. He is struggling on them hard tyres, and so is Alex. He's really sort of hustling and harrying his steering wheel. Just can't really make it work. Third gear through here once again. But all the intermediates, they're in fourth gear. They've got the grip in these inter conditions. But once again, there was no rain forecast in the slightest for this race. And yeah, there you go. Meanwhile, actually, sorry, Wolfie continues on. Will Wolfie potentially try and stay out on a set of dry tyres and see what he can snag out of this race? That could be a very big possibility in this race. Meanwhile, Exotic closing up bits of Blackburn. Blackburn's not having the best intermediate stint so far. He's getting quite close to being outside of Bluebird's DRS window. Obviously, with no DRS now available in these conditions, then yeah, that is obviously going to be not really necessary, but you can tell in terms of trying to fight for the championship, Bluebird really needs this. Blackburn obviously now out of that DRS window, but yeah, once again, no more DRS is going to be in this race, I'm sure of it, unless the rain dries up. That's the only thing I can think of, but with only, what, 8 laps left? I'm not too sure. I'll be honest, I'm really not too sure here. Exotic as well, close now to Blackburn here. Johnny Vibe picks up that penalty. Alex is still staying out on those hard compound tyres. Wolfie's doing the same, but he's lost about 5 seconds on this lap. We'll go and look at the race sector really quickly once he crosses the line. Wolfie, his most recent lap was a 1 minute 17. Obviously, Bluebird says 1:28, but let's just wait until this final one comes across here. Yeah, 1 minute 12. That's only 5 seconds gain on that lap alone. I'm expecting Bluebird here to win the race as Pablos Pablos picks up a free-second penalty. Yeah, I think the title here, though, is all but Blackbones. Obviously, he can keep it facing in that right direction. He should win this championship here, and it's close between him and Exotic Swords for this P2 spot. Bluebird should be winning 2 on the bounce here, and it's incredible. Incredible form, incredible season. Obviously, he missed the first round in Spain. Is sworn there is past Graham. I wanted to see what happens to Graham then, because the potential safety car in this race, I mean, it could change things up. I don't really know what it could change, but, you know, it could change things up. And to be fair, I'm not going to say the rain's getting any worse. I mean, I don't think it's getting lighter, but it's not really at a point where, you know, it's going to be properly settling down. So I think we'll be having intermediates on, but when you look at it now on the offboard, there's hardly any rain coming down. We'll be potentially seeing a switch back to dries in the last couple of laps. I would assume not, but you know how this game is sometimes, where it is a bit crazy with it. DK leaves session. I actually kind of forgot that DK was in this lobby. I kind of forgot that. I see DNF so early on. But meanwhile, Exotic here, still doing his best to catch up to Blackbone. Blackbone hasn't really got an answer. So what Bluebird is doing in a minute, Bluebird obviously with no battery left there, as we just saw, but he's got the pace. He's absolutely got the pace over Blackbone this evening, but Blackbone right now has got the points over him, and that is all that matters for this championship. If Bluebird had raced in that first race, what could have been? Who knows? If Pablos had raced in the extra couple of races that he missed, you know, who would have known? But unfortunately now, No real chance of guessing work. Yellow flags out there as Graham retires in the pit lane. That will not be anything. You can see now. Here we go. Let's look at the grip difference here. Wolfie, 1.2 ahead. Will appear. Oh, he's so sliding there. He is incredible car control to keep that one on the field there. But no, Bluebird goes past now. Will Wolfie go retire for this race now and assume that he might be trying to do that, but he's really also trying to hold the car on the track. And now Blackburn is right behind him. He's got to make sure that Blackburn gets let past, and he does let past the pair. Actually, the trio of these guys, they've all been let past now. Wolfie in P4, and I assume that he'll probably retire in these last couple of laps, or his actual result here will not count. Obviously, we've made that rule for this race, so yeah. Yeah, anyway, no, sorry. Meanwhile, Aiden here, holding up a bit of a train right now. He's got Thomas, G. Benny, and R. Henson all right on the back of him here. R. Henson will be actually looking for a move. Yellow flags out there. Oh, it's Wolfie. Oh, no. Oh, he's on the dry tyres, obviously, so that is probably a spin for Wolfie now, and he's now going to have the other dry tyre runner of Alex right behind him. To be fair, Alex is a bit of a no-man's land here. He's been overtaken by lapped cars. But obviously they're on intermediate tyres. They're obviously going to be going quicker at this stage in the race. But, yeah, I mean, Alex has got a good enough gap behind, potentially, to still finish in a P6 spot. We'll have to wait and see, as there's only 5 laps left. The rain, there is less of it. You can definitely tell there's just a little bit less. But right now, Bluebird still leading. Has still done everything he can. Who's on the fastest lap, in fact? Oh, it's Alex there with a 6.4. The only chance Bluebird has now is if Blackbone really makes a mistake. And we are talking in the wall level mistake. It says, Wolfie, oh no. Oh, he's got a punch on the hard tyres. That's why. He's not getting out there very quickly. Otherwise, that might be a safety car. He's sure he's going to come into the pit lane now. He's being careful of the guys ahead. Oh, my God. Oh, he's trying to... Oh, Lord. He's got to make sure he's all okay. I mean, he's going to get back into the pit lane now or try and disqualify himself. I have 1 to 2. But he's got hardly any grip out there. Like, I can't even look back. There we go. Sorry, hold on a minute. DRS enabled. That was the cue for the dry tyres now to potentially start coming into effect. And then you go, look, Exotic Swords. That's the main person who now could be looking at a bit of DRS helping. Obviously, he's got 6-second penalties now. But that DRS helping could get him back in to P2, at least on track. And this is exactly what I was saying. I said the rain was getting us a little bit less, but I don't think it's enough. Meanwhile, Wolfie is just, I mean, he's just trying to get back to the pits at this point. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, with them, with that puncture, I don't think he can even make it back into the pit lane. So, yeah, he's doing his best out there to get back in, but I don't think he can. Meanwhile, Exotic Swords struggling on the rear tyres there. The rain is decreasing. And to those on the dry tyres already, as long as they can make him last, potentially, they could be on for something there. As Alex there was really struggling right now. Obviously now with Wolfie as well, out the picture, Alex currently in a P5 spot. Wolfie as well, that's why all the yellow flags are out, actually. That is all Wolfie there. But Blackburn, I think, has actually took good care of his rear tyres especially, and Exotic Swords can't really fight back. Even with DRS at minute, he's actually now... close to falling out of it. He's got to be careful of where he is in this race. But, yeah, I think now Blackbone's only got a couple laps to go until this Drivers' Championship is decided. And to be fair, I've been talking about all this, and I've not been talking about the constructors in the slightest. The constructors in the slightest. I completely forgot about it. But right now, McLaren look to retain both titles here. Yellow flag, you'll see Wolfie stopped somewhere on track here. I think we already got past him. Yeah, there we go. There we go. He's doing his best out there to get back into the pit lane. Obviously not trying to cause a safety car or anything. Interesting. Pablos into the pit lane. To be fair, there's no more rain on the track, and he's already P4. He might as well risk something out there. Fresh set of softs surely will go on for the Red Bull driver, and he will go down to P5, I believe. But Alex's tyres, I mean, they could be slow enough here for Pablos to go and make the move. Will see the drama get any closer? No, he won't. But now, Thomas is on the back of him. Could Thomas shape and move up? No, he can't. Blackman as well. Out of DRS now of Exotic. I think the top 3 is all but decided as Wolfie is still trying to live it back to the pit lane. But obviously with rear tyre function, it is difficult. I think he's just going to stop on track now. And I think he's just going to try and maybe disqualify himself. Well, he's actually beached. Can he just get out? He's trying his best. He's really trying. he's just got out there by the end of things there. We'll change to intervals now instead of gap to leader. Everybody else out here is still struggling about these intermediate tyres, but what choice they have now? There's only a couple laps left, and they're going to have to go to the end of this race. I mean, person to look out for, Pablos. He could steal the fastest lap at the end of this race. Obviously, there's only 2 laps left, and his only real competition now will be Alex in the V Cup here. But Alex obviously has got a penalty, so does Pablos, but Pablos has also got a fresh size. I don't know where he's got DRS from, to be fair, Pablos. Has he got it from Wolfie's car? I believe he has. But yeah, meanwhile, Exotic is close once again to Blackbone. He's got DRS once again on Blackbone. And right now, he's still doing all right in this race. Someone who also actually, I'll say it again, he's very faultless in this race, Bluebird. Hasn't really made any wrongdoings, but he just is not going to get the title that he probably also wanted in this race. Aiden now fighting on Henson. He's got to go deep on the brakes, and he does go deep on the brakes there. Aiden clattering that curb a little bit more, but now Henson can he get the traction? You can see that Haas wiggling about as he tries to put down the power. He's trying to guess where to go, Henson. He's going to fix to the outside now. Can he make the move around there? He's going to break late. Can he just about do it? What a move from Henson. He can hold that one, and he does hold that one. Brilliant move there from the Haas driver, and now we're going to see him close to CJ Drama. But CJ Drama doing his best now to hold on to that P7 spot. Obviously, he's got a penalty included with that one. But now we're on the final lap. Bluebird has done everything he could possibly do. He's only missed 1 race this season, but that is all it takes. So unfortunately lose the title. He's been here with us all the way to season 2 and has done his best this season, but just falls short by the end of it. He's going to have 3 wins by the end of the season, 1 P2 and 2 P3s, and with 2 pole positions and 1 more fast lap. But it's time now to celebrate Blackbone. And as long as he can hold it for these final couple of corners, he's had a great season. It's going to be another P2 for him, a P1 as well in this season, 4 P2s, and no pole. There's actually 1 pole position, sorry. I told him Blackbone he'd win. He's going to come around the final few corners. Bluebird is going to at least celebrate the win, and he dances to that checker flag to win. But Blackbone has been here with us for ages, and it's going to be the Drivers' Championship for Blackbone, and along with that, the Constructors' Championship for McLaren. He's also sourced an incredible P3 as well, who's had no podiums with us ever, and all of a sudden in the last 2 races, a win in a P3. Incredible stuff from him. Alex was home in P4, Pablos in P5. He's to be completely safe from Thomas behind, who's in P7. Hence as well, got past CJ Drama, and CJ Drama's really struggling out there. Thomas, one of our championship contenders, same with Pablos there, they fall short in the end. They're only P5 and P6. Henson P7 has a spin across the line. CJ Drama P8, Aiden P9. The small one, P10, after the concert that he had. And, G. Benny. Oh, no, actually, Wolfie, sorry, that was in the end of things. Takes fast up, but that will not go to him, obviously. That will go to Alex. G. Benny will come across the line for P11. And Jolly Viper in P12. Grimmer will go ahead of Jagging Moth at the end. But Jagging Moth, actually, is that exact? Oh, no, it's actually interval, sorry. I thought it was going to be the same time members when they finished away. But there you go, Jolly Viper. It is first race on F1 25 and the final race of F1 25 in terms of a season for us. We could do a little bit of a mini-season. That is planned. But, yeah, that is the last main season here. And Blackbone is your driver's champion. He will be celebrating that, I'm sure. He said to me that there was a lot of drinks on the cards for him. But Bluebird has had his 3rd win of this season. He's had incredible. He's had a 33% win rate. You can't really fault him that much at all. This whole season, he's not really had awful results either. His worst. Let me just try and pick out his worst here. That'll be actually a good point here. Yeah, Bluebird's worst race was Silverstone Reverse. And I think other than that, he was solid throughout most of the season. But enough of Bluebird, unfortunately, now. It's going to be time to talk about Blackburn. Let's try and give you some provisional standings here to tell you how much Blackbone won by, but we're just going to quickly have a look at these race results. Bluebird wins from Blackbone in P2, and Exotic rounds out our podium. Alex on P17 up to P4 in the end, and Pablos at P5. Thomas P6, Arhens at P7, CJ Drama P8, Aiden P9, Swan at P10. David G-Benix P11, Johnny Vibe P12, Grimmer P13, Jagamorph rounds out our point scorers, Wolfie P15, and a DM of Graham, Whisper and Kodoy, Hazard and D-Kits there. Right, let's give you some very quick provisional standings. Oh, I think a few of these names might be fully updated, but yeah. Anyway, Blackbone wins it by just 4 points by end of it. He's had 5 podiums and 1 pole position. Bluebird has had 2 pole positions to his name now, and he's had 3 wins, 1 P2 and 2 P3s. Arguably maybe one of the best drivers of this season. Same with Pablos. 1 win, 2 P2s and 3 P3s, but he has been incredibly consistent across this season. And with only 8 races done, hey, he could have been a shout for the championship fight as well. Thomas eventually ends up at P4 with a P2 and 2 P3s. His best quality was on the front row, and he's on 168 points, just misses out on that P3 swap to Pablos there. 172 points to 168. Hedson, though, unfortunately, not in the title fight this season, but he has had a mega job in P5. No podiums, but he's had 3 P4s, and obviously his first pole position at Singapore. He's got a season to be proud of, even if it's not a title-winning one. Alex only did 5 races in the end, but did pick up 2 wins this season and won the P2. Also claimed pole 3 times. Good stuff from him, but he only ends up on 95 points. The small one does leapfrog D-Kits in the championship here. No podiums for the small one on 71 points, but he did take that pole position out in Silverstone Reverse. D-Kit as well, unfortunate way to end the season, but he has had a pretty solid comeback, especially considering what happened at round 1. Since then, he's just been getting better and better and more clean. It's been brilliant to see. Grimo as well looks to be like he's going to finish at P9 there. No podiums for him. He's had the best result at P5 and the best quali at P4. I believe that was also in Singapore. And Wolfie, obviously won today, took a win earlier on this season. And also, only qualified best of 3rd place. That was 2 in Singapore. But that is your top 10 of the standings. McLaren do end up winning the Constructors' Championship here on 244 points to Red Bull on 236. McLaren with 1 P1, 4 P2s and a P3, courtesy of Aiden's reserving in round 1. They've done a great job all season long, and Blackburn especially has done brilliant to hold on, especially at times when there was no teammate for him. Red Bull in P2 on 236 had 1 P1, 2 P2s and 3 P3s. They've done great with Pavlos and D-Kit, but yeah, I'm Blackbone and this is my first drinking tonight. Blackbone, you've done incredibly this whole season, mate. Obviously, you've had a few down moments, but you know what? It all works out in the end of it. Just 4 points separate between yourself and Bluebird, but you've done incredibly to hold on in the end. And just congratulations to you. Ferrari in P3, mainly with the courtesy of Bluebird here, all of their podiums have come from Bluebird results, I believe. And yeah, actually, joint most, Bluebird has actually had the most wins this season. So very good job to him. And by missing a race. So yeah, great job. Haas as well, mainly carried by Henson here, but a little bit from Hazard and some other drivers there. They take P4 just ahead of Aston Martin in P5, who actually take a podium, 3 podiums, 1 P2, 2 P3, same as what Thomas had there. Williams in P6, Racing Bulls jump ahead to P7 ahead of Alpine in P8, Mercedes P9 and Sauber unfortunately last, but we knew what their driver of small one, who was basically leading everything there. I'm officially the worst champion in BR history. Mate, that goes to me in season 4. That wasn't even really an actual season. That's why. I don't think there was really anything worse though. Nah, I can't really think of anything else worse, so you might be the second worst, mate. Nah, I'm kidding. You still done a great job. Yeah, but there you go. 10 races. You've still on the podium 50% of them. You've qualified on pole. You've won the title. And you've won the Constructors. Not much more else I can say in that race. And to be fair, that looked like a majority clean race other than the first couple of laps. So, unlike Austria, I'm a lot more satisfied with this one at the end of things. But, yeah, this should be one of the last streams you ever see on F1 25 before the 2026 DLC comes out. We might be testing something in the meantime. We might stream it, we might not. I'm not too sure yet, because I honestly would like to try and be part of this. Tests we're going to be running across this next month. But that will be more info on that one to the people that are still listening. There will be more info on that soon after this season has all sort of settled down. We'll give it about a week, and then we'll try and get back into it ASAP there. It'll be a mini season. It won't count for anything else, but it'll just be a bit of testing for you all. But yeah, there we go. BRL Season 15, all done and dusted. The last full season of this game, it's been incredible. Thank you to everyone who raced today. Thank you to everyone who has raced across the whole season. Thank you to everyone who's actually still listening. Thank you to everyone who just even supports the league. It's brilliant. And yeah, next season, I think there'll be a lot of changes going round. Obviously, with new cars, and I think we'll be going for some new rule changes and all that sort of stuff as well. We want to clean up our act as well as the drivers here, and we cannot wait for F1 26. I'm Miss Cookie Dough. This has been BRL Season 15, the finale of Round 10 at Austria. Blackburn is your World Drivers' Champion, and McLaren are your Constructors' Championship. Constructors' Champions with Blackburn and G. Benny. A big congrats to them, and I will see you potentially on F1 26. Goodbye.